this is my room, and I measured it to this corner all the way over here is 10 feet. My main thing, well, a lot of main things, but I'm not going to be able to show exactly how I want everything, but I'm going to describe it to you so you can get it down for when you actually do it. So this is not cut perfectly. I know that. I use this for sewing purposes. But you could just throw this over it, the back of the banner. And it should definitely be long enough. If it's not, that's fine. No one's looking at the bottom. So we're gonna cover like that in the middle. On both sides of it, I have more. And these ones are not cut. So you can just, again, throw it over. You can go like this. Throw it over next to it. On both sides. Next to the one that's already in the middle. So it can be mostly white in the back. Next, I'm going to have you take this sequence. I'm going to have you, I don't know if you can throw it over. If not, you can staple it. I'm bringing staples, plenty of staples in my stapler. Staple it to the back of the banner. That's the black banner in the background. And I want you in the middle, to the best of your abilities. I'll put a tape measure in my kit as well. And it's 60 inches, which is 5 feet. So you won't get but you'll get half. So you can do that, pull it across, you'll get the exact middle. Put this in the middle. I cannot reach that far. Put this in the middle. And you're going to reach to the corner, making it get the swoopy effect, and let it, and pin it, and staple it down. And it's going to go drip, drip down. And I want you to do that on both sides. There's 2 of them. Same thing again. Let it droop down. Make sure that they're even so it looks nice. Next, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. I'm doing this in the order, by the way. So white lace, then sequins, and now we're gonna do paper ribbons. So there's one really long one, and there's one that's shorter than the other one. So this one, you're just going to put it in the corner at the very top. I cannot put it up. It keeps on falling down. But you're just going to put one corner, put it all the way in the other corner. It should droop down. And then, the shorter one, you're going to put on top of it. Same idea. Put this one in that corner, that corner. It should do a little double, like, layered effect. Okay, now in front of all of that, you will find all of these letters. One of them is my first name, one of them is my last name, one of them just says the word 4, and the last one says Division 1 BP. So you can just, it should already be, yeah, it's already all together. I already put them all on the strings. So all you'll have to do is to just move the letters around to make them fit in the middle. And they're not 10 feet long. That's because I want the edges of this yarn or string to go underneath all the other decorations. So you can't see the raw edge of this yarn. All you will see is Mikah Adkins for VP. Like I said, you will have to move the letters around. It's really simple to do that. You just move it down. But yeah, just try to make it in the middle. And I'm picky, so please try to make them even. We'll have plenty of time to do this. So take a couple minutes to just make sure that they're all evenly spaced to the best of your abilities. Like I said, there's do Mikah Adkins 4 in the middle, Division 1 BP. Make sure to go as tall as you can so it can be in, everyone can see it. Okay, additionally, string lights. These will go on both sides just down. You can just staple them on as well. You might have to do a couple staples because the batteries are heavy. I wouldn't worry about putting on the lights right then because campaigning is until the next day. But yeah, make sure that the batteries are still in there. Both sides. Okay, this is for the table. I do not have a table big enough. This is gonna have to do for demonstrational purposes, but like I said, I'll explain it enough so you can get it right, and if not, I bet I can easily just tweak it the next day. This is my tree. I'm not done with my tree. I need to do that with a few branches. Might move this down here so it's not over the 5 feet. But you'll put this facing from the back, the booth. I want it right there because the table is right here, right? I want it the opposite front. I want it the opposite way of the table. Because I want it out there in front. I want people to like write down, be over here, stapling onto the tree. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna staple the leaves onto the tree. Where are my leaves at? Hold on. Oh, right here. I have this bucket full of leaves. Bunches and bunches of leaves. I'm gonna have extra leaves as well. And we're gonna put the flowers onto this plate. We're gonna put that on the table. I'll demonstrate to you, but that's what people are gonna do. I have all things you need to do for that on here. People are gonna write on it, staple it onto the tree. They can staple whatever, they can staple it on here if they really want to. Yeah. But yeah, that's where I want the tree. In the front, opposite side of the table. Tablecloth. This will be folded up. Take it out. Should definitely be long enough for the table. Except for demonstrational purposes, this is gonna have to just work. I'm gonna show you a more close together idea of what I want. In an ideal world, when you actually do it, make sure it's more spread out. Okay, strawberry plant. This is necessary because I actually had this plant on behind me during my interview, my first interview for I.O. This will be in the back, right back left corner of the table. Okay, next, this has the QR code to the website that I want y'all to direct to. The link. Tell them to scan the QR code straight to my website, tell me everything about me. This is the big important thing. We want this right here at the front, a little bit lean towards this way so people can come up when they come up to my booth. They can scan it immediately. Keep directing people to this link. This is very important. This has all of the details I can't just sit there and spill out for like 15 minutes. It's all right there. Next, we have a basket. Let's just put that in the back towards the plant. Okay, plant your impact. I didn't tape it up right now because I don't want it to get damaged on the way to Catalyst. But once we get there, just tape it on there. Tape it like towards the middle, plant your impact, and then you'll have on the table. Set an ideal world. This is a longer table, so we're just gonna move this. As you know, this is at the end of the table towards the opening of my booth at an angle. Okay, you're gonna have this near that, propped up. This is a folder like that, so you're gonna open it slightly a bit and hold it, so it's gonna hold up like that. So this is the middle, but more towards the front area of the table. You're gonna have it like that, showing all the instructions of planning your impact. And you're gonna have this cup. You're gonna find this cup and a bundle of pens and pencils. You're gonna put all those pencils and pens in here. You're gonna put it next to this folder. You're gonna put our leaves next to, actually no, we're gonna put that down, we're gonna put that right there. Put that right there. Again, you're gonna put all the flowers on here. The flowers might be in here. I'll put them on top, or I'll tell you before where they are. I might move them. They might be in here, honestly. We're just gonna have that kind of laid out like that, so they can have easy access. Write it right here while they're looking at the instructions, and move on. Okay. Move on to the further part of the table. This fell. Like more decorative items. You'll find this basket. Find this basket, which you'll put. So this will be in the back. So this will go right there. Okay. You will find these two photo frames. You will put this one in the corner like that, more angled towards this way, and then you'll have this one angled that way. So you'll have just the two photos right there, all nice and cute, see? Okay. This I would like on the front of the table. I don't know if it'll reach the full length of the table, and if it doesn't, that is just fine. Just make sure it reaches the front of the table and however far back it'll go. I'm sure we can cover the end of this. Yeah, so this is just go on the front of the table like that. This is there's purposely no batteries in that, so don't worry about that. This I would like to go again towards the back of the table, kind of like a garland. You know how they do that in the middle of tables, but we're gonna do it on the back. I just want it sprawled across the back of the table like that, across the whole table, and more towards the middle, because I don't know if it'll go across the whole length of the table. I doubt it will. So just make it more towards in the middle of the back of the table. Yes. This, I need it. It'll have, hold on, this. And then you'll find these, and there's gonna be little, like, service and growth and fellowship all on these stems, and then there'll be leaves on them. You'll find them like that, have like little papers on them. And you'll just stick these into this pot. This also has little Carolina's region thing, so I'm gonna put that right there. Actually, I'm also gonna put our stickers on here real quick, so people can see that. And I just want this more against the other pot back here. Actually, hold on, yeah, I'll do that. So we're gonna do that. Basket, a little bit angled, strawberry vase in the back, and then this pot, it'll have the stickers on it with the service and all that right here. And our last thing is this paper. This is my slogan for my entire campaign, Urban Resilience, Growing to Service. We are going to stick that on the front end of the table back here onto the lace cloth. So when people come up to my table, they will see that slogan. Actually, let's do it more angled. Yeah, we're gonna do it more angled like that. So whenever it's like that angled for this, you'll just put that right near it. Can they see that, Lila? Okay. So it'll be right angled underneath that, so they know that's me. Okay. Pink doily will go underneath the cup full of pens. This, I think this is like a dinner mat. This will go underneath my QR code. Okay, so this will be like this in the corner, like in the corner, yeah. Okay, this, I'm putting all of our staples in, okay? This will go next to the pens. They don't have to worry about this, so put it more behind the cup. And make sure to have, I think Jen is bringing a stapler, pretty sure. And then I have my stapler, which can go next to the leaves and the flowers. So in the front, so they know that they can staple it onto there. Final disclaimer, I will have plenty of staples, plenty of tape. I'll have super glue in there as well, just in case. If you rip one of the letters while you're trying to put it, like fix them apart, put tape on the edge, it should be fine. For any reason, you should be able to text me while you're in there. So if you have any questions whatsoever, you can text me. I'm most likely sure about that. Yeah, if you have any trouble, trust everything. I'm trying to have like everything just in case. I'll have scissors. I don't know what else. I have, like I said, I'll have extra pens and markers. Also, I cannot guarantee that everything that's on the wall will be in one bag, everything on the floor will be in one bag. You will just have to take everything out. Make sure you get everything out so you don't forget anything. And you just take it all out. And then watch my video, go through. It'll be a lot of things, but it'll look good, hopefully. It should look good. Yeah. So, good luck, and thank you very, very much for your help and your support. I could not have made it without you.